Hello, my most beautiful friends. We're very much zoomed in because for today's video, if you guys cannot tell by the title and thumbnail, we're doing a full face of the best and worst of beauty so far in 2025. So you guys want to see what these products are, why I think they're the best and why I think they're worst, well then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so the only thing I'm not going to include in today's video is eyeshadow palettes because I am filming a ranking my top 50 palettes I tried so far this year. So that's going to be placing the best and the worst in that category. But I do have quite a few products sitting in front of me. Now, some are definitely not the worst, but I also don't have the worst in some categories. I just used some products I did declutter just so I can make sure I can. So I did use some products I tried this year that I decluttered that I'm also still in the, or that I'm still in the process of testing out. So we're going to start off with primers. For the best primer, I haven't found the best primer of 2025 yet because the one for me is still going to be the One Size Oil Control Extreme Sucker Primer. That's still a holy grail of mine. That has not changed. So instead, I'm going to incorporate two primers that I'm still kind of like testing out, trying to get a feel of. So we're going to go in with the Maybelline. This is the Poreless Jelly Primer. This is not the best primer out there, but it's actually not that bad either. It doesn't do the best for like minimizing the appearance of my pores. However, when I wore this product, I was actually genuinely surprised at how well it actually lasted on my skin. Like it literally made my makeup last a little bit longer than normal. So I was actually genuinely surprised by that because usually Maybelline product like this doesn't necessarily always work. But I actually did not mind how this was performing. So we're just going to put this right here where I have my most largest pores at and right here. Now, while that's settling down, we're going to go into one of the worst primers. One of the worst primers I tried so far this year is actually from Physician Formula. This is the Mineral Wear Diamond Perfector. This is a color correcting primer. It does none of that. It literally does nothing that it says it's going to do. And I don't understand why. I just find that when it comes to Physician Formula, I love their bronzers. They make some phenomenal bronzers, but when it comes to their complexion products, I don't know what it is, but it never works for me. Like literally never works for me. And it makes me so sad because I really want to like love this brand wholeheartedly. And while I do in some aspects, there's some other aspects I'm just like, I could definitely use some improvement in some areas. So for me, I actually did declutter this. It's supposed to have little popping bubbles, but I noticed that the bubbles don't always pop. They just kind of fall off the face. So this is one of the worst. Now, a primer that I'm still in the process of testing out is actually going to be another product from Maybelline. This is going to be the Grippy Serum Primer. I keep finding myself using this primer. I don't know why. I keep finding myself using this primer. I think it's because I genuinely want to give this a chance. It is a really wonderful dupe to the POV Tacky Primer. This really has a soft, silky base to it, but also offers a little bit of tackiness to it, but it's not gonna be like an overwhelming tacky where like your product won't blend on top. This just adds just a little bit of a tackiness. This just adds just enough tackiness to it where your makeup is actually going to hold and last. I've been finding myself drawn to this one a lot. So it's why I'm actually ranking it in one of the best so far because I keep going back to it. And I feel like if I keep going back to it, it kind of says a lot about how I feel about it. In terms of the worst, I wouldn't say this is the worst, but I keep forgetting that I have this. I truly keep forgetting that I have this. So I'm making a mission of mine to keep testing it out. So right now I'm going to put it in the worst because I keep forgetting that this primer even exists. Everybody has raved about this primer. I've tried it out several times and I just don't see where it's sticky because this is supposed to make a face glow where it's super sticky, super long lasting. And I'm like, where? Where does it do that? Because mine right now, it just feels super smoothing. I don't feel any sort of tackiness with this whatsoever. I just feel a very smoothing product. I don't feel anything that has to do with tackiness. So makes me kind of side-eye this one a little bit. While those are drying down, we're gonna go into foundations. So two foundations I tried this year that I'm absolutely obsessed with, that I think are gonna be ranked in my top 2025 best of beauty as a whole, is actually from Milk Makeup. This is gonna be the Gripping Skin Tint right here. This works phenomenal on my skin. Makeup lasts all day. It doesn't really separate, doesn't cake, doesn't lift. Do I get a little bit oily? Yes, but it doesn't like transfer the product. It doesn't separate the product. You just see some shine coming through. There's something about this I think is absolutely phenomenal. I think they did a really good job. Just like the Naked Sunday Beauty Screen Peptide Foundation Tint. Oh my God. First off, this is full coverage. Like it says it's not, but it definitely can be built up to full coverage. But secondly, the way that my skin just glows when wearing this, it looks so beautiful, so healthy, so vibrant. It also doesn't separate. It doesn't lift. It doesn't cake. So when I do get oily while wearing this, it still looks absolutely beautiful, absolutely radiant. So I really, really, really have been enjoying those two skin tints. Plus, this has SPF 50 in it. This has SPF 50 in it, so I've really been enjoying it. But the one foundation that I keep going back to, which is kind of shocking to me because I generally did not like this foundation when I first tried it years ago, but now I've fallen in love with it. It's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. There is something about this foundation that I think is so freaking good. This lasts all day. Do I get a little oily while wearing it? Yes. But it's like a glow oily. Like it's like I have like a soft, subtle glow. It doesn't separate, it doesn't lift, it doesn't transfer. It just looks so beautiful. It's so radiant. And I can see why so many people raved about this for years. Like even like one of my good friends, Heather Austin, loved this foundation. And I could never understand why. I was like, why? This foundation sucks. I get so oily while wearing this. But I think it's just for me. I wasn't exactly knowledgeable enough on how to wear the best products under my makeup to make it last all day. Like I do like a really hydrating skin base before I even go in my makeup. Then use like a matte primer to really help to lock in that oil, but help to make my skin produce less oil as well by providing extra hydration. So I've really kind of understood my skin a lot more over the last year, and I feel like this is why I'm falling in love with this foundation, because I'm able to make this foundation work for me, and I just think it's so beautiful. And I only found this foundation because I tried these Shelby Ann viral like drugstore base makeup routine. I found this foundation from there and I've fallen so hard in love with it. I'm like, okay, I can see now why this has gone so viral, why everybody loves this, and it's just a really, really, really beautiful foundation. And I'm so happy that I have it, because it really is just, she's just that moment. So for the worst foundation, I'm gonna be really real with you guys. There really wasn't a foundation that I tried this year that I absolutely hated. Most foundations that I tried, I've really ended up enjoying. I think the ones I didn't like were the ones I decluttered last year. I'm gonna go ahead and just use this one. Only reason I'm using this one is not because it's a bad foundation, it's because I really haven't used it much since picking it up. I did just recently declutter this. If you guys didn't know, I did a declutter series, which I'm still in the process of filming, but by the time you guys see the third declutter video, it'll be after my cruise. But this is not a bad foundation. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint Stick. So I'm not a big stick foundation. I told you guys that from the get-go when I first tried this product. And while it worked nicely and I was able to make it work, I don't know. I don't find myself reaching for this. I think for me, I find that it really does emphasize my pores, that you guys see right here. It does, and I'm just not the biggest fan of it doing that. But I also just find that when it comes to the stick foundation, I heard some people say stick foundations are great if you really oily skin because they have a thicker consistency. I don't really know how true that is because, again, I haven't really put it to the test like that. I find that it works really nicely on the face, but I don't know. I don't really ever pick it up. And so I decluttered it because I wanted to make room for, I decluttered it because I just didn't find myself really gravitating to it that much. And it's not bad. Something that I kind of forgot that I had. I'm like, guys, I thought for sure you guys would see two distinct colors on my face. Luckily, you guys do not see that. I don't know if it's because I still use the same sponge as the previous one, but they look almost identical. So that makes me happy. Okay, so let's take a look at my skin right now. So this is going to be the L'Oreal side, and this is the Milani side. As you guys can see, I do have some creasing in my lid from that L'Oreal side just because it's a super glowy, very liquidy foundation. So I will have to kind of buff that out before I go with any eye makeup. But this is the two sides right here. Now, we're going to go into cream bronzer. One of the best cream bronzers that I've tried so far this year and that I keep talking to you guys about is from Morphe. This is the Set and Heat bronzer sticks. I am going the shade called Flicker. I absolutely love this bronzer. I think it's so beautiful. The way that it just like melts into the skin, and it's just the easiest bronzer to work with. I fell so hard in love with this. Like, there are some products that Morphe made this year that I thought are absolutely phenomenal, but there's also some products this year that Morphe made that I thought were absolutely pure shit. So I think for me, I'm just really happy to see them in their comeback era, because that's exactly where they are right now. They're just really in their comeback era. But they're still gonna make some products that I think are gonna be great. They're still gonna make some products I think are not gonna be good either. So it just kind of depends on your taste. But the way that this just melts into the skin, oh my god, it is just so beautiful. I freaking love it. Now, when it comes to the worst bronzer that I tried this year, we have to give that award to CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. This is a contour balm. So it's not necessarily bronzer, it's contour balm. But let me tell you, they only have 4 shades. And trying to find a shade range from them was absolutely abysmal. First off, that goes on gray. Okay, it's like a doo-doo gray brown. I don't like this at all. I really found myself hating this bronzer. I told you guys I didn't like this bronzer, the way that the coverage was. Like, it just made me have like a gray undercast. It made me have a gray, it just gave me like a gray complexion. Like, it just looks like I'm bruised under the face. I'm just not a fan of how this bronzer performs. The bronzer that we're going to include in that category is actually from Rare Beauty. This is going to be the liquid contour right here. I have the shade called Solstice. And again, this is something that I really wanted to find myself loving. This is something I really wanted to enjoy. And I just found that that's blush. I just found that I did not enjoy this one whatsoever. Like, it just gave me another gray complexion. And granted, these are supposed to be contour sticks. Maybe that's just my fault going in with a contour stick versus like a bronzer. But I just feel like sometimes you can make them work. And these are just too gray tone on me. They're just too gray tone. I don't like how they perform. So I just wasn't the biggest fan. So for me, both those products were the worst. Move on to blush. The only like blush that I tried that's like a liquid or cream this year that I've really found myself loving is going to be from Milk Makeup, and this is going to be the pH changing cooling water jellies. I know these are nothing new, but I just find myself gravitated to this so much. I absolutely love the way that this performs. Now granted, this product definitely turns a little bit more. Now, granted, this product is a little bit intense. A little does go a long way. You just let it build up, but it's so easy to tone down. I really find myself enjoying the cooling jelly sticks. I loved them last year when they came out with it, but now they have the pH changing one. And as you guys can see, she's already toning down. Like, she's already getting pretty peachy pink, but it's really easy to kind of minimize it, make it look really beautiful on the skin. So that's why I really find myself gravitated towards these products. Now, a cream blush that I was not the biggest fan of is actually going to be from Physician Formula. I really did enjoy the bronzer side, but the blush side I was not a fan of. This right here, I just find that pulled my skin, it kind of moved the makeup and didn't really have much pigment. Like when I tried to make this work and blend out, it just ended up disappearing on my skin. Like look right now, like do you see that? Like, where is it going? Hello? Like, where are you going? Like, it's there, but it's so minimal, like so minimal. I want to at least have some pigment like this because I can go in, I'm going to correct this, I'm going to make it look a little bit more cleaned up. But this right here, like no matter how many times I put this blush on, it just would slowly start to dissipate on me. And I'm just like, hello? Barely giving pigment. So for me, this was a trash. So this is not good. Don't like that. So for concealer, you guys know I'm not the biggest concealer fan, but one of the concealers that really kind of caught my eye this year is actually from Neutrogena. This is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, I got this because of a Shelby Ann drugstore viral makeup routine, and I really found myself gravitated to this a lot. I use this pretty much every day now. Before I go to work, this is what I use. It's super creamy, it's super radiant, and I find that it doesn't like lift or pull. It doesn't drag my eyes down, and it settles. And it doesn't really settle into any of my fine lines or wrinkles that I have under my eyes. It's really easy to work with. And it just gives me a bright under eye, which I really do appreciate. This is supposed to be a dupe to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've never tried that concealer, so I can't do a comparison. But I love just how hydrating it is under the eye. And it's just so easy to blend and work with. I just found myself really loving this concealer. Now for the worst side, I'm not saying that this is the worst concealer because it's not. But it's just a concealer that I don't really use that much compared to other concealers in my collection, and it's actually from Morphe. This is going to be their Wake Up Artist concealer. I do only have Wake Up concealer. It's not bad. It's super pigmented. Like, I mean, like this thing is pigmented and so full coverage. I just don't really reach for it that much. That's my only thing. So I just put it here, not because it's the absolute worst, but because it doesn't really stand out to me compared to other concealers that I have in my collection. Okay, so for the best setting powder that I've tried so far this year, besides my holy grail, it's actually going to be from L'Oreal. This is the Blurfection Infallible Setting Powder. I am so hard in love with this. I actually ended up getting this way before I saw the Shelby Ann makeup review, just as I love trying anything from L'Oreal that's the Infallible line, because they do make some really great products for oily skin. And I saw this and I really wanted to try it out, and then it went pretty much viral all over TikTok. I did not know that when I picked it up, it was a Target exclusive, so you could only find it at Target. I just happened to find it there along with the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting spray, and I picked it up, and I had no idea that it was a very coveted setting powder. But let me tell you, this thing is absolutely beautiful. Not only does it help to lock in my makeup all day, but it does help to blur the appearance of my pores, which I really appreciate because I have very large pores. I talk about it, I'm not afraid to show it. Like, my pores are very visible. And this just does a really good job at making them look a little bit softer on the skin. So while they're still going to be present, they just look a bit more softer and not so pronounced compared to other setting powders. You see how pronounced that Do you guys see how pronounced that blush still is? So if I didn't want to go in the blush after this, I wouldn't have to because of how beautiful it is. Now for the worst setting powder that I tried so far this year, I wouldn't say this is necessarily the worst, but it just doesn't really work for me. This is the LYS translucent setting powder. This is supposed to be like a triple action setting powder that's supposed to help to lock in your makeup. It's supposed to last all day. It's supposed to help to minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines, and I just find that it does none of that. So for me, I ended up decluttering it because it just doesn't do anything that it claims it's going to do. It's not long lasting at all, and I find myself getting actually incredibly oily while wearing this, which is really weird because I actually do love a lot of the LYS products. So I was kind of shocked that it does that. And you can also see where it kind of drags onto the skin. It kind of just sticks to certain areas of the face. And it just isn't the easiest to work with. Like, this is so soft and blurred. This right here, you can just see where the powder is definitely sitting. I can see it right here in my under eyes. Let me see if I can like zoom in so you guys can see right here. It's just, it's not a pretty look. The way that it just clings to the face right there, like it just looks like a powdered mess. The way it just sits right there on top of the pores. It's one of the reasons why I ended up letting it go because I just was not a fan of how this powder performed. All right, so for powder bronzer, one of the best powder bronzers that I tried so far this year is from Dior. This is the Jumbo Bronzer right here. And I fell so hard in love with this. This has become one of my favorite bronzers. I cannot help it. I love it so damn much. This performs so beautifully. And at first I thought I was just going to be falling for something that is just way overpriced for what it is. But it just looks so beautiful. My skin looks so airbrushed when wearing this. It's so long lasting. I love the way that it performs. It is such a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. And when I end up running out of this, let me tell you right now, I will absolutely be repurchasing it because it's just so damn good. When it comes to the worst powder bronzer, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't have any powder bronzer that I can say was the worst. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put the Dior on this side. I did not come across any powder bronzer that I absolutely hated. That I absolutely hated. There's even none that I even decluttered besides like my Sephora one that was like really kind of old and needed to be decluttered. Other than that, a lot of the powder bronzers I've tried so far have been really nice. I've not had any issues with them. I can't even say one bad word. So we just are going to skip that worst side for now, but who knows what's going to be happening come December. It could be a completely different story. For blushes, there's so many different blushes I tried this year that I really, really fell in love with. Like I loved the Morphe blushes. I loved the Unearthly blushes. I love the Say blush. I love the Glaminatrix blush. There's so many different blushes I tried this year that I genuinely have fallen in love with. But there's two blushes that definitely have stood out for me that I've used nonstop, and that's going to be from YSL. This is going to be the Make Me blush. This is in the shade called 44 Lavender. This is going to be a glowy blush, so it does have a little bit of radiance to it, so it has a little bit of a glow to it. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love wearing this. It has a great longevity to it. It lasts me all day. It gives me soft, subtle glow without being too intense. I've really, really fallen in love with this. But I think my favorite one that I keep going back to time and time again is actually from Tower 28, and this is called the Get Set Malibu Cooler. I freaking love this blush. To me, is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Dior little Backstage blush. It has a beautiful pigmentation to it. It's so soft, it's so blurred, it's so long lasting, and I keep using this, and I think it's half the cost of the Dior blush that I really love, like the Dior little glow one. Very similar in color, and I absolutely love this one, and this one performs the exact same way, but it's like half the cost. So I really find myself gravitating to this one a lot. I use it all the time. It's become one of my favorites. So for me, this is definitely one of the best of 2025. For the worst, I was actually really disappointed in the Rare Beauty. This is a matte bouncy blush. This is supposed to be a cream to powder. I did not find myself liking this at all. I happened to get it a month early, not because I got it in PR, but because I paid for it. They did like a really exclusive like 24-hour early access, and this is supposed to be a cream to powder, and I just find that what it does is it lifts my makeup. Every time I put this on, I don't know if it's how I'm applying it. I tried pressing it, I tried blending it, and all it does is it pulls the makeup underneath and just gives me this really weird sheen. I don't like how it makes my makeup look. And this is not just because I'm wearing like the best and worst. This is literally how it performs on every single base that I wear. I just find it very difficult to work with in my opinion. So that's why I ended up decluttering it this past year, because it just does not work for me. And no, I don't like that. All right, so before we go in with our highlighter, one of the best mid setting spray that I've really fallen in love with is actually from One Size. This is the Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray right here. This is absolutely phenomenal. I love this setting spray. It doesn't do anything in terms of controlling the shine or anything like that, but what it does is help to melt all those powders together and give my face a nice refresh so it doesn't look too powdery, doesn't look too makeup-y. This just makes it give it like a nice skin-like a finish. I really enjoy this particular setting. I really enjoy this particular setting spray. I really enjoyed this particular glass setting spray. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And I love pairing this with the One Size Until Dawn matte setting spray. Now, there is another setting spray that I tried this year. This is supposed to be a setting spray, but what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to help to minimize the appearance of your pores. It's supposed to give you blurred like finish, and it does none of that. This was definitely a waste of my money, and it is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake setting spray. First off, look at this right here, and when I spray it, this gets all over the bottle. It doesn't really do too much to the face. It just makes it starts to get like these really weird white spots on my face. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I've asked some of you guys how you guys felt about it. You guys all said this performed the same. Like, I don't get why it performs this way. I don't understand. I shake it. I tried it out multiple times, multiple ways. I can't get this shit to work with me. This was definitely a waste of my money and one that I should have returned. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. I actually don't have any single eyeshadows that I tried this year that I thought were absolutely wowing. Everything pretty much comes from my eyeshadow palette, so I don't have the best of like eye makeup, but I do have the worst of eye makeup. And one of them is going to be from Trestique. Nothing against this brand. It's just that I'm just not a big fan of shadow sticks. Like, I try to make shadow sticks work for me, but they just don't do it. Like, they just absolutely don't do it for me. I don't find myself gravitated to them whatsoever. I tried them. They do last, but they just seem so lackluster in the eye. So for me, I definitely don't think these are the best. But the one that I was really looking forward to that I'm just so freaking disappointed in, that I think is one of the worst so far, is actually from Urban Decay. I was so excited when I got this in PR. I thought this would be the coolest thing to try out. It looks so beautiful. But these suck. They barely have any pigmentation to them. And when you put them on your eye, they just crack and they crease and they just look so wet because they take forever to dry down, that even when they do, you just see all these different lines and they have no longevity to them whatsoever. So we're actually gonna put them on both eyes today. But I just really find myself just disliking this product. It's a really cool concept. You just quickly apply this on the lid and it's just supposed to make it so easy to just be like an on-the-go eyeshadow look. And while it's a really nice idea, the performance of it is so lackluster. And I've tried so many different ways. I've tried your guys' suggestions and you guys would give me comments about how to make these work, and it just sucks. Like, look at that. Like, look how it looks. Like, you think they'd be so pretty, but it's just not. It just looks like dried paint on the lid. Oh my god, I do not like these whatsoever. And it's really unfortunate because I really, really wanted to, but these are just not good. And you guys will see by the end of this video how this cracks, and I'm just not a fan. I'm going in with the shade Space Cowboy, just in case anyone asks. This is the shade called Space Cowboy. And yes, I do store these upside down. And yes, I have stored these upside down. I shake them, I blend them. They're just not a good eyeshadow product in my opinion. Now, before we move on to mascara, we're gonna move on to highlighters. There is one highlighter that I tried this year that I'm just so hard in love with. I did not think I was gonna like this because when I swatched this, I was like, oh shit, I just wasted my money buying this. But after applying it to the face, I'm like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And it's the Dior Illuminizer. I do have the shade called Gold Halo. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's so long lasting. I always get compliments whenever I wear this. The way that this just goes onto the face and just gives me such a beautiful luminous glow. I mean, like, look at that. Like, look at how that, like, literally, like, do you see that? Like, oh my god, that is beautiful. Like, to me, that is absolutely beautiful, and that's exactly what I'm looking for in a highlighter. And I just love that when I turn my face, I have like almost like a wet sheen. Ah, it's so pretty. I love it so, 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 so much. Oh, so beautiful. Now, for the highlighters I tried this year that I did not like, there's 3 that I tried this year that I just did not care for. The first one's going to be from Urban Decay. This is going to be the Face Bond Luminizer. So you can wear this different ways. You can mix this in with your primer, you can mix this in with your foundation, or you can wear this as a liquid highlighter. When I tried this as a liquid highlighter, I was like, what is this? Because this does nothing. It just kind of blends in. It doesn't really do much to illuminate the face. It kind of looks kind of dry, and then it gives me like a weird gray cast. Like, do you see? Like, hello? That's just, it's bland. I'm better off putting that on my eyes. I am better off putting that on my eyes. But even then, like, do you see how it just kind of mixes with my skin? And then it just kind of dissipates? Like, it just gives me the softest little glow. Like, this would be great as like a body luminizer more than like a face luminizer. This to me, I did not care for. Another product that I absolutely did not care for was actually from CoverGirl. This is going to be the Skin Enhancer Highlighter. I don't know. I'm not a stick highlighter person. Like, do you see how harsh it is? I don't really know how to get these to work. And maybe that's just more of like a user error. But do you see how it's just like clinging to the face and it doesn't want to blend? Like, can you blend? Like, it just sticks there. I don't know how to apply this the right way. I don't know if I am or if I'm not. But the way that this just applies is just, to me, really, really shitty. It just wants to cling on. It dries super, super quickly, so I can't really get it to perform the way that I want it to. And it just ends up leaving like almost like a harsh line on the face. And yeah, I'm not a fan. I didn't care for it when I tried it, and I don't care for it now. Same thing, and this is, again, I think more of my error. The House Labs. This is supposed to be a glassy skin, but this is a Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm. Again, this is my fault for getting a stick highlighter because I already know about myself that I don't like these. I don't know how to get this to work. All it does is it makes my face look wet, and then it's sticky, and I don't know how to get it to not be sticky. I've seen people try this out and it looks so pretty on them. I'm like, how do I make it look pretty on me? Because right now, sure, I have a little bit of like a wet sheen, right? Like you have a little bit of wetness, but my face is so sticky, like it's tacky. Like if I had to put my hair on it, like the little baby hairs are sticking to it. Like I don't know how to get it to not be sticky. I don't really get it to know how to get it to work. It's just gonna stick there, and I feel like if I walk outside, it's just gonna collect bugs, and I don't know how to get this to work. If you guys can tell me how this actually works, how I should apply this, please let me know, because I don't want to just waste my money on this, and I feel like I absolutely did, because I can't get that to work. Okay, so for mascara, there's two mascaras I tried that I've really been enjoying that I keep going back to time and time again. First one's going to be from Maybelline. This is the Falsies mascara. Again, I got this because of Shelby Ann, and I didn't realize that I've never tried this mascara before until that time. This is such a beautiful, beautiful waterproof mascara. This really helps to lift the lashes and give them some length. But what the best part about this is when you wash it, it's not difficult to come off. Because like, have you ever noticed whenever you're playing with like any sort of like, you know, waterproof mascara, sometimes it can like cling to the lashes, or it just becomes like really weird, like crumbly off the lid when you wash it. This doesn't do that at all. It's so easy to come off. I don't see it doesn't fight me at all. It just comes off so easily, which I really do appreciate. By the way, look at my eyelids. Do you see that? Do you see how shitty that freaking thing is? I hate it. Like, look at that. What is that? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Another one that I really found myself gravitating to a lot is actually from House Labs. This is going to be their B Structure Volumizing Mascara. I actually really enjoy this mascara as well. It does a really good job at lifting the lashes and giving them length and lasting all day. I can see a lot of people raved about this. At first I was kind of skeptical, but I ended up finding myself really, really enjoying this mascara. Or the worst mascara that I tried so far this year, I wouldn't say these are the worst, but they just don't stand out. The first one's gonna be from Physician Formula. This is gonna be the Lash Blast mascara. It's not like it's the worst mascara out there. It just doesn't really stand out to me at all. It's a little bit rough on the lashes, so like the way the small bristles are, I don't mind them. It does coat the lash, but I just feel like it also causes my lashes to kind of get a little clumpy and stick together. Same thing with the Makeup by Mario mascara. I really wanted to love this mascara, and I found myself thinking that it's okay. Like, it's not the worst mascara that I tried this, so it's not the worst mascara, but it's definitely not a standout mascara either. One that I can definitely see myself decluttering when I do my decluttering drawer, and or whenever I finish this out, just letting it finish out and never repurchasing it again, because again, it just doesn't really do too much to the lashes. It just kind of coats them, and that's pretty much it. So for lips, I haven't really tried a lot of lip liners this year that really kind of stand out to me, but the one that I've really been gravitated to a lot that I think is really good is going to be the NYX. This is the Duck Plump Extreme Plumping Lip Liner. This is the shade called Subtle Touch. This actually is a beautiful formula. It does last a long time, which I'm really grateful for, but the stinging sensation is a little much. I'm not the biggest fan of a really like stinging sensation lip, but I find that this is super, super, super easy to apply. It has a really nice longevity to it, so I can still eat and drink with it, and it does fine, and it does last on my lip, which I'm really, really grateful for. It's really easy to blend, and it's such a beautiful color that it mixes with so much of my collection, so I really found myself enjoying this. And I wouldn't say this is a dupe to like the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bourbon Lip Liner. but it's close. Now, a lip liner that I tried this year that I was so freaking excited about but became really disappointed in was the Sephora 8-Hour Wear lip liner. This is supposed to be a transfer proof, waterproof. You're supposed to be able to eat and drink with this, and I just find this has absolutely no longevity to it. The second I eat or drink with anything, the second I eat or drink with this, it comes right off. Like literally comes right off. This is in the shade called Perfect Beige. This has no longevity to it at all. Like, it's so pretty. I really wanted to love this lip liner, but this literally just budges. This just literally moves and slides off the lip. I feel like the only way that it's not going to is if I just leave it by itself and I put nothing else on. And I don't like doing that. I like to wear a beautiful gloss or a lip balm or a lip oil on top, and it doesn't want to work with it. So for me, this was definitely not a good product. Now, I don't have any outstanding lipsticks that I tried this year. I do love my ABH Velvet Liquid Lip, but again, that's not new. I tried that last year. But I will say one product that I have been still so obsessed with that I have almost every single shade. It's the Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Lip Serum. I have bragged about this to you guys for so long. I think these are so freaking good. I absolutely love, 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 love this lip product. I have almost every single shade. This to me is incredible. It's long lasting. It has a beautiful formula to it. It feels extremely hydrating on the lips. It has a really nice color to it. Really wonderful taste. I love the applicator. I love the way my lips feel whenever I wear this. And I feel just so pretty when I wear this. Like, I love the way that my lips are shining. Like, they're so radiant. They're so beautiful. They're absolutely incredible. Now, the one lip product that I tried this year that I absolutely do not like, and it's not really this brand's fault, it's just more of my personal preference. It's the Morphe Hot Honey lip oils right here. I do not like these. Not because they're not beautiful. They are. They're really pretty. They have a beautiful high shine to the lip. They really do. They're non-sticky. They're pretty versatile, so you can mix these on top of any sort of liquid lip that you have. They're pretty versatile. You can wear these on top of any sort of lip liner, lip liner, lipstick, however you guys want to. But the reason why I absolutely hate this is because this heat sneaks up on you. After about 10 minutes, this pain becomes so unbearable. I can't wear these. I don't like extreme lip plumpers like this. When they get like super hot, they feel like they're burning like 1,000 bees stinging your lip. This is how this does it. And it takes a minute for it to sneak up on you. Like, it takes a minute, but when it does, oh, it's so uncomfortable. Guys, so for finishing powder, there's one finishing powder that I tried this year that I have been so obsessed with, and that's the Givenchy Pressed Prism finishing powder right here. I cannot go. I have to wear this every single time now I do my makeup. I literally finish it off with this. This is so beautiful. This gives my face such a soft, radiant appearance. This gives my face such a soft, blurred appearance. It really does help to minimize the appearance of my pores by making them looking really soft and blurred. It helps to correct any mistake that I may have. If I may have on too much blush, too much highlighter, it helps to correct that. It really helps to make my makeup last all day. My makeup just looks super, super soft, super blurred, and it just really helps to lock that in, and it looks so beautiful. And I can't tell you how many times I wear this and I get so much compliments on my makeup, and I'm just like, but like, you can see the oil, but like the way the oil even comes through, it's just glowy. Something about this I think is just so freaking beautiful. I love this so much, and I will absolutely be replacing it. Now, when it comes to the worst, I really wanted to enjoy this product, but it's just not for me. And again, it's not really Morphe's fault, but it's the Cloud Light. It's the Cloud Light Soft Glow Veil. This is the reason why I don't like this is because it's a glowy setting. It's a glowy finishing powder. So you take this and you put this on your skin. You take it and you put this on, but it gives you a soft, radiant glow. And because I get so oily, it just does not mix with my skin whatsoever. I don't like how my face looks when I look at it up close when wearing this product. It just kind of like sits on top of the face and just gives me a sheen that I'm just not a big fan of. So it's nothing really against Morphe, but I don't want to have to be super glowy right here when I just apply the makeup, because I know I'm going to end up getting oily on this side, and it's going to make it look 10 times worse. So for me, definitely a pass. When it comes to setting spray, besides the One Size setting spray, I absolutely fell in love with the L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. Now this right here, oh my God. It smells like hairspray. It feels like hairspray. Don't get it in your mouth. Like, it burns my eyes every time I put it on, but let me tell you, this baby works wonders. Now for the worst, I wouldn't say this is the worst because I kind of forgot about it, but I'm just going to use the NYX, the Face Glue Setting Spray. When I found myself wearing this, the mister's a little intense, but do you see that? Do you see, like, look at the difference between this side and this side. Ooh, it did nothing for my makeup. It doesn't really help to lock it in, make it last all day. It just kind of goes on and gives me like an oil-like complexion before it starts to dry down. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. So for me, it's not good. Y'all, it's been a couple minutes and this isn't wanting to dry down. It's just giving me a weird wet glow. So it probably has to go. Oh my God, did I just rhyme? But my most beautiful friends, is it for today's full face of the best and worst beauty products. Just because there's some products in here that I think they're the best doesn't mean that they're the best for you, and vice versa. Some products I think they're worst doesn't mean it can't be the best for you. At the end of the day, we all are allowed to have our own opinions, and these just work for me, and these are what doesn't work for me. Now, I know this video is a lot smaller compared to the end of the year. It's just because when I do my halfway point, I kind of really stick to what I've really been trying out, whereas the end of the year, I kind of go over everything that I tried that year. So I keep this a little bit smaller and a little bit more shorter for you guys and keep the bigger stuff towards the end of the year. That way I can kind of go over everything that I tried. This is just kind of more of like a little mini review of the things I've tried so far that I really like and things that I just definitely don't really care for at this time. But let me know in the comments below, what have you tried this year that is your absolute best makeup product? And also, what did you try that was your absolute worst? You never know. I may end up picking some of your guys' suggestions to do a full face of that. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.